Let's get my next guest out. She has put the class into classical. Please welcome the lovely Katherine Jenkins. Katherine Jenkins, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Katherine, lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you've just come back from America, is that right?
Yeah, I flew in just a few hours ago from Philadelphia.
And you've been touring out there, and you were doing a TV show, weren't you?
I was. I did Dancing with the Stars, which is the American version of Strictly Come Dancing.
And how did you do in that? You must have loved it.
I loved it. I came second, which was a real shock.
Wow, congratulations. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Thank you.
Well, you came second. That's incredible. Well, you know, you're a huge success. You've got a new album out for Christmas. Katherine has a Christmas album out. I love Christmas albums.
Oh.
I love This Is Christmas, but I guess
ever one.
you had to record this not at Christmas.
No. For me, it's been a year of Christmas. I actually started recording it in June. I did it in Malta, on the island.
Oh, that's about as un-Christmassy as you could get. You recorded it in June in Malta.
Yes, but... Because when you're a classical singer, you don't like to sing until sort of maybe late afternoon.
Oh, I know,
voice...
I know.
Yeah, I know you knew that. But so I'd spend the morning doing a little bit of sunbathing in my bikini by the pool. And then in the afternoon, I'd go into Santa's grotto. So I literally had the whole vocal booth...
That sounds disgusting.
Only to your dirty mind.
So, so you went into... So you built a grotto?
Yeah, so the vocal booth had a full-on Christmas tree, fairy lights, tinsel, candles. I whacked the AC up full blast, so I was freezing cold.
So you got yourself into the Christmassy vibe?
Well, you have to, yeah. I couldn't do that.
But you weren't just wearing a bikini in there doing that, I imagine?
Okay. No, I was wearing a Santa hat.
OK, let's have a look. This is from Katherine's Christmas album that sounds like it's going to be lovely. This is Come What May. Look at this.
But I love you until the end of time. Come what may, come what may, I will love you until my dying day.
Well, I'm sure it would be a hit for you. I start playing Christmas records too early. My wife tells me off to do it. I've got to ask you a big story. There's a big story that you were connected with, and I know it's not necessarily the nicest story, but there was the thing that came out a while ago where you were on Twitter, and you decided to come out on Twitter and say, hang on, everyone, things aren't the way you might think.
Yeah.
So tell me the background there. What happened there?
Well, there's a big bunch of us that went on a night out back in February, and you know, behind the scenes, and people wouldn't know the kind of messages that I'm getting through Twitter, but I started to get more and more quite nasty, quite vicious abuse.
And this is because you'd been out with...
On one night out with a group of people.
And one of those people was...
Being David Beckham.
David Beckham, OK?
Yeah.
And so people then started saying to you
on Twitter that we were having an affair.
So, people came and they were accusing you. So,
yeah,
so
it was
that's a weird thing to happen, isn't it?
And sort of, in the beginning, it happens, you just think, oh, this is just nonsense. And you have to ignore a lot of rubbish that you get on Twitter anyway. But it got to a point when I made my statement that it was just getting out of control. It was like tens of thousands of people.
Wow, so it really spread.
And death threats that I felt... I wish I'd never had to say anything about it at all, but... It got to a point where I had to stand up for myself and put it right, because he's got a family, and I would never do that to another woman, and I would never do that with a married man. So I still stand by it. I got a lot of stick for it, but I had to put it right.
Yeah, because weirdly, then you got stick for actually trying to set the record straight, didn't you?
Yeah, because as if I wanted attention from it, but who in their right mind wants that kind of attention? I couldn't leave my house, and so, I mean, there was one funny moment at the end of it. I called my mum, who can't text to save her life. She texted me when the whole thing came out, and she said, she tried to say, hope you are doing okay. She actually wrote, hope you are tart, okay. And then shortly after wrote, oops, not tart, definitely the wrong day for tart.
It's lovely to have you, and I'm very glad you did what you did in Twitter, because I was reading about it and I saw some of the stuff, and then when I saw you make the effort to clean up, I thought it was horrible the way people then turned against you over that. That struck me as being really mean and unkind of them, and I'm really pleased you're through that and you've got out the other side and you're doing well.
Thank you.
It's lovely to have you here. Katherine Jenkins.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Get a double. OK. Damien's off. What's he singing?
Are we singing?
I don't know. It looks like Damien just got drunk or
Damien.
something.
Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I met you like a man on the balcony tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm gonna shake up. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, well,
There you go, look at that. Well, I tell you what, there's a narrow escape because Danny was looking through spoons.